guys, welcome back to this channel, and today we will be talking about, the stereotype about blue-haired girls, women, and how they're like insane, and like that whole meme. So basically, I saw this video by Pegasus, and he talked about this specific person, and I'm gonna talk about the same thing, but there is one part that he did not like add to the video, which I'm gonna add in this one because I watched it and then I went on to her TikTok page and looked at like what else she's posted about, and she posted about one thing that was like the main subject of his video, so I'm gonna make it one about that. So let's first watch the video that he made like the video based on.
You want to be a great ally to fat people? Here are some things you can do. When you go to the doctor, encourage them to do the following things. Eliminate any weight or BMI cutoff policies.
So basically, what this lady, his whole like thing is making people like, the body positivity thing. Like, look at her description. It already says like, body positivity, fat phobia, body liberation ally. So she's that kind of person. So eliminating, and she says she wants to eliminate weight and BMI cutoff policies. So let's just keep watching the video, and the points are a bit skewed. Like, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second.
Stop using the BMI completely because it is ineffective and racist.
Okay, so apparently BMI, body mass index, which if you don't know is basically using like the system using your height and your weight to gauge whether you're fat or like overweight or underweight or normal weight, and it is saying that's ineffective and racist. So I'll get to that in a bit, because that's the part she made a follow TikTok. She made 2 following TikToks about talking about why it's racist. So I'll get to that later. Right now, we'll just keep watching the rest of this one and see what the rest of her reasons are.
Get medical equipment that will actually work for fat patients, like blood pressure cuffs that fit and won't give a false high reading because they're too tight.
So this thing, I mean, you guys know what she's talking about, right? Like the blood pressure thing where it squeezes the heck out of your arm. And yeah, she wants them to be bigger, which I'm pretty sure they're adjustable. So if your arm is bigger than that, then there is a big problem, and it's not the hospital's fault. It is probably your fault. And for a reference point, the biggest blood pressure cuff is 40 to 50. It's for people that have like a bicep circumference of 40 to 55 centimeters. Let me just give you a point of reference. So not for like Americans, 55 centimeters is 21 inches. Yes, that doesn't seem that big, but for the man with the largest bicep had 31 inches, but that's like, I don't know, not natural, but even Arnold Schwarzenegger had 22 inches at his peak, which means it would probably fit him. So if your arms are bigger than that, then there's a problem there. So yeah, anyways, let's keep watching the video.
Set up their office in a way that makes it usable for fat people, like putting chairs without arms in every room.
I guess that point's fair enough, I guess. So let's just go to the next one.
When you go to a clothing store, tell them to expand their size range. It does not matter what their size range currently is. Tell them to expand it.
Well, I don't think they can just do that based on one person. They're gonna go for they want to cater to the majority of the people. And I think the largest size is like 3XL. So if 3XL is too small for you, again, all of these are not it's not society's fault. It's your fault, probably. Not like disproving like eating disorders or anything like that. But if it gets to that point, then there's a completely different problem that you have to deal with yourself. So yeah, let's go to the next point that she makes.
If you work in education, get in touch with the health and PE departments. Ask them if they have anything in their curriculum that involves students weighing themselves, counting calories, or using the BMI in any capacity. If they do, educate them on how all of these practices lead to eating disorders and ask them to stop.
Well, I'm not really sure about that last one. I don't know if it causes eating disorders. It may very well. I'm not qualified, so I'm just not going to speak on that one. I don't know if dieting causes eating disorders or anything like that.
Like and follow for part 2.
Yeah, no, and no one did that. No one liked. She got her likes and comments are like ratioed. There are 19.3 thousand likes and there's 22.3 thousand comments, which is sometimes like equivalent to being disliked on YouTube. So let's go back to the second point. I think second point she made, why BMIs are racist. So she made 2 videos on that, and let's look at the first one.
Yep, let's talk about how the BMI is racist. The BMI was invented in the 1830s by Adolphe Quetelet, who was a Belgian mathematician and astronomer who was not a doctor and had no medical training. He was a eugenicist, and if you don't know, eugenics is the deeply racist and ableist belief that the best people should weed out the undesirable people from the gene pool. For example, the Nazis used eugenics as justification for the Holocaust. Adolf created the BMI as a eugenics thought experiment in an effort to discover the ideal man. So he created an equation that generated a number based on height and weight. And then he created categories that did not exist before this and assigned all the numbers to a category. The subjects he used were exclusively white Western men. Quetelet's index was used as scientific justification for eugenics and for the systemic sterilization of people who were disabled, poor, immigrants, or non-white. The BMI was largely forgotten about until the early 1900s when U.S. life insurance companies realized they could use it to make more money by charging higher premiums to people with higher BMI.
So basically, the point that she is making, right, that she kind of made right now is like it's racist by what you call it, by like connection. Just because it's made by a racist person, that makes it racist. By this logic, that would mean like using Ford cars is racist because Henry Ford was like a Nazi and he supported Hitler, which is no correlation. I'm not saying it is. There's no correlation at all between those things. That's her logic. So she's saying just because the guy that made it was racist, it is racist somehow, which just doesn't make sense. So yeah, let's go to part 2 and see what else she had to say about it.
The BMI has since become ubiquitous and is now used to deny medical care to patients even if they did manage to get health insurance somehow. People of color are disproportionately affected by these policies as they are more common outliers because, again, the BMI was created for white men and literally no one else. One of the problems with this is that the most influential factors in body composition are genetics, geography, and socioeconomic factors. For example, the average person from Samoa is going to have a vastly different body composition than the average person from Japan. We know this. Body diversity has always existed throughout history and today. This is not new. So, because the BMI was created specifically excluding people of color by a eugenicist, and this is the screening tool we use to determine who gets health care and what type of treatment they get, people of color are overwhelmingly denied health insurance and medical care and are misdiagnosed and mistreated at far higher rates than white people are. Far higher. So, yeah, the BMI is racist.
So she's saying that it's racist because it doesn't cater to all body types, basically, which is not something that we can control. How that's saying that our genetics are racist. Maybe they are somehow. Maybe they are racist, but how is that supposed to mean anything? You can't change that. It's too late for that. So yeah, that's not even an argument you can make here because that's something that we have no control over, and that's just how it is. So basically, this whole thing is just because she wants fat people to like get, I don't know, not equal, but like they want them to have more like accessibility to things, which I'm all for. Like I support body positivity and stuff, but that's like I support it. It's like stuff that you can't control. Weight is something that you can usually control. It's not easy to, but it's definitely possible. So yeah, that's basically my 2 cents on this whole situation. Take it how you will. I'm not a scientist. I don't know these things. Let me know if I said something wrong or I missed something in the story. But yeah. So yeah, like, subscribe, do all that. Dislike if you want. And yeah, peace. See you next week, hopefully.
I just did some coke and I've been titties. Talking to Atlanta for the stripper called the Blizzy. You can't tell me shit, I'm only 20 and I'm winning. Me and my friends spent like 2,000 ball in that Magic City.